Herkese merhabalar. Girne Üniversitesi Sosyal Medya Sohbetlerine daha hoş geldiniz. Biliyorsunuz dün başlamıştık yeni bir seriye. Mezunlar Özel serisi. Ve bu kapsamda bugün ikinci konuğumuz uluslararası öğrenci mezunlarımızın temsilcisi Felix Prince Mabika'yı yayına alacağız bugün ve yayınımızı İngilizce olarak uluslararası öğrencilerimizi temsilen mezunumuzla beraber biraz sohbet edeceğiz. Dolayısıyla bu andan itibaren yayınımıza İngilizce devam ediyoruz. Yayınımızı alıp we will continue the broadcast in English. So, Felix, welcome first of all. How are you?
I'm good and how are you? Thank you.
Thanks for asking. So briefly, let me introduce you to our viewers joining us at the moment for the brand new series we started yesterday in regards to the University of Girne social media talks. Today is our second guest joining us for the graduate special. And we will be having our recently graduates, joining us through these social media talks, and we're listening their story, their life story, maybe a little bit, maybe their story in Cyprus, and at the end of the day, most importantly, their story here at the University of Girne and their future plans. So in that regards, we are having Felix Prince Mabika, 2019-2020 spring semester graduates, talking on behalf of all international students graduates we have this year. Actually, we had the graduation ceremony last week on Friday, and he is a graduate of Faculty of Aviation and Space Sciences, and I think your degree, if I'm not mistaken, is in aviation management. So,
yeah,
Felix, how are you? How does it feel? Have you realized what does it mean that to be a graduate of a bachelor's program? What's going on through your mind before diving into our topic? Tell us how you feel about this new status that you earned in life.
It feels fulfilling having to undergo a grinding meal of education and being able to attain the final goal, which is graduating in the aviation department. So it feels great.
Yes, it must be. It must be. You must be very proud of yourself and your family, your friends, everyone who loves you must be very proud. You did a very good job. So, Felix, we will talk about the school, we will talk about the Cyprus, but first, I want you, if you don't mind, I would like to hear your story from you. Who is Felix Prince Mabika? Where are you from? What's your background before joining our university? What do you like? What's your hobbies? So that maybe our prospective students that are watching this broadcast going forward can have a figure that they can look up to, they can relate to. So let us know who is Felix Prince Mabika before we go into the deeper.
Okay, so basically my name is Felix Prince Mabika. I'm from Zimbabwe, Harare, the capital city. So I went to the primary school. Like when I started, I went to the primary school, Wesley, and then I went to secondary school, Makumba High School in Manicaland province, and I completed my high school there, and then I came here in Cyprus, and I'm a firstborn in a family of 5. We have 3 boys and 2 girls. I live with my father and my mother. So I like basketball. I play basketball. I'm a Manchester United fan, like a big fan.
Yes.
So usually on my spare time, I would play FIFA. I would watch Manchester United play. It's sometimes I I would do like more research. I would read on my academics. So basically, I think that's what I do, and that's what I do mostly with my time.
So when I heard your name last week, that you're considered to give speech at the graduation ceremony we had, and you would represent all the international student graduates, and whoever I have been in contact with, and that they talk about you, you definitely fulfill the ambition for a young adult to introduce yourself, let people know who you are. Everybody was very talking fond of you, so I think you achieved that goal in life, the first goal in life, to communicate who you are perfectly with the people around you. Felix, so you said you're from Zimbabwe, and
Zimbabwe.
And I'm thinking Zimbabwe and Cyprus. I want to ask about your journey, like how this journey started. How did you hear about Cyprus? How did you decided to join the University of Girne family? The application process, the registration process, the arrival process, like your first steps after before joining the University of Girne. How can we listen that for a while?
So basically, Zimbabwe, it is located in Africa, Southern Africa. So when I started applying here, like I was with my friend Slovin, like my best friend Slovin. So he was the one who wanted like to apply outside the country. So I was just with him. So we went to certain agents in Harare, global careers agents. So when we get there, like they were discussing on certain programs, on certain schools. So as we were talking, so like they started explaining how they are conducting their things and how are the schools, how is Cyprus, like every process. So I was a little bit interested in coming here, but mostly my friend, he was so excited, he wanted to come. So when I get home, like I was given a flyer. So when I get home, I showed my father that there's this schools in Cyprus. There is this school in West of Carenia. They're offering my program that I wanted. So we started discussing when we were home on what to do. And then early in the morning, the next day, I got a call from my father saying that I should come with papers into the town. And then I started the process of applying through global careers. And then after that, I got a confirmation letter, unconditional confirmation letter, and then I was enrolled in the school. And then the next thing, I paid fees, and then you get the conditional letter. And then it wasn't easy applying the visa, but we managed to get it through. Like I came in 2016.
I think I lost you there. Felix, can you hear me?
Started.
Can you hear me? Okay, so I think I lost you for a second
I can hear you.
So you said you arrived here 2016, right?
Yeah. 2016 September. So, like as I was coming here, like we arrived at Istanbul airport. So we had a little challenge with the guys that I was coming with. Our last flight, coming here to Cyprus wasn't like fully paid. I think with the agent that we used to pay the ticket. So we had to stay about 2 nights. Like we're rebooking the last flight, and then after 2 nights we were able to come here. But like we went through Izmir Airport in Turkey, and then finally we came here. And then when we get to the airport, yeah, it was they let us in, and then firstly when we were out, there were buses that were waiting for us. They took us and went to the next dormitories, where we stayed when we were still registering, and also finding where to stay, apartments. So basically, that was it. My journey from Zimbabwe coming here until I was registered.
As a student, as a young adult studying abroad, I think nowadays it's every year it's more and more students considering studying abroad, getting new experiences. I did myself also studied abroad, and it's very stressful period maybe sometimes for young people, like the unknown, going into the unknown. What were you thinking? So you applied, you get your acceptance, you get your visa, you bought your ticket. The night before your flight or during the flight all the way from Zimbabwe to Cyprus, like multiple flights in your case that you took multiple flights. What's the psychology? What's the psychology you've been going through and the thought process? And now, as a someone who graduated, looking yourself back then, 5 years, 4 years ago, what advice you would give yourself for the young Felix back then about the anxiety, maybe stress that you were going through?
So obviously going into a territory that you are unfamiliar with, that you don't know, it is scary. You don't know like where you're going, but you know that there's something where you're going. So it wasn't easy. It was scary. Like the night before, everyone like was so happy, but I was thinking, what I'm gonna do? What if something happens on the way? What if something go wrong? But unfortunately, nothing happened. So in advice that I would give like you should not like you should strive for what you want. Like you should go for what you want. You don't hesitate to do anything that you want to do just because of certain barriers, just because of distance. You should go for it. That's an advice that I could give. And don't have fear of what's gonna happen next in that, like the next morning or tomorrow or next year. Just face the challenges. They help you experience, like they help you to be experienced more. They will help you in the future. You will be strong whatever you've come across with. You'll be able to pass through it just because you have undergo a certain vigorous trainings, situations, but you managed to pass through that. I think that's an
Okay, that's a very, very great advice, Felix. And I'm sure a lot of young candidate prospective students would take a lot of lessons from that. So I guess when you applied and you heard about there's a country called Cyprus that exists and you might end up going, or later you guaranteed a spot here in Cyprus at our university, I assume you did a little bit research. What's Cyprus? Where is it? What's it like there? Right? I assume you did a little bit of research before arriving, and then after arriving, the first expressions. So the research, the first expressions, did they match? What was the comparison between the two experiences?
Let me be honest. I researched, and then the agents, like, they told me how it is, how we Cyprus. So coming here, like, it wasn't like a match, but it was close to what they were saying. Yeah, there were good things, and then the other part, it was bad, but it was a good thing that I came here. It was what I expected. But I also had a friend who was here, and he told me a lot about this place, like Ephraim Kandi told me a lot about this place. So I had a little bit of idea, like, I trust him. So I knew what he was saying. It was the truth. So he gave me an insight of what I was going through, what I was going to face when I come here. So basically, it was like a match, but it was...
Before going to my next questions, I see in the comments, messages, there's so many love for you. Your friends sending so much love and telling us that you shouldn't leave them. And I don't know what fele means, but I think that's a support word for you. So we want to thank all the students following us, and maybe your family and friends out there. And if you have any questions and you're watching us live, please send us your questions. If you want to know more about the school and more about the department, aviation management. So before diving into the academics of your studies, how was the social life? You have spent it here 4 or 5 years now. What was it like outside of the classrooms? When your time at the university campus, we are not much of a campus, but like a city university. We are very integrated to the city and the social life of the citizens and daily routine out there, and the social life in the city, in the country, North Cyprus. What would you like to say about that for our prospective students? How is the life here?
So I think Cyprus is the best place to be, just because there's like security, low crime rate. You can walk anytime, like even in 2 a.m., 1 a.m., nothing will get you. So social life, like, I get to know other cultures, I get to know to experience certain things, and there are a lot of places that you can visit on a spare time when you're outside the campus, that you can refresh your mind from studying. Like the castles that are there, the beaches, and also like other places that the historical places, like in Magusa. There are a lot of places that you can visit on your spare time, and that can help you improve in your social skills, and you meet, like, come here, there are a lot of people from other countries that can help you improve your social skills, and help you remove the barriers, and also help you to cover the gap, the cultural gap, and be able, like, to meet other people, to learn about something from other countries. So basically, that's it.
Great. That's a great way to summarize the life here. It's very multicultural, very safe. There's a great diversity in the things that you would do. It's an island, but an island that has it all. So hearing it from you, it make it mean, and maybe all of us to understand it better. So heading towards the superstar question of this talk, the academic life here in University of Kyrenia. What would you like to tell for the students considering the joining and applying, maybe already got an acceptance and waiting the day to arrive to Cyprus? How is the academic life here in University of Kyrenia? And what would you like to tell about the classes, the curriculums, the internships, the availability, the academic infrastructure, maybe your relationship, your experience with your tutors and lecturers? what would you like to say about the academic aspect of being a part of the University of Girne family?
So basically, University of Girne is a good school, is a good place to be. So those who are applying, I would advise them to come to University of Girne, just because there are a lot of great teachers, great tutors. Talking about the curriculum, so it is a good curriculum. For instance, I went to an internship in Harare at Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport. So when we were assessing, I showed them like the courses that I was doing, like my transcript at that time. So as I was talking to one of those big guys there, they were very, very, very impressed with how the school is conducting, like the number of courses, the type of courses that we are doing. They were really in a way which was good. They were in line to what they expect as the people who are already in the aviation sector, aviation industry. So I think there are a lot of programs that are available at Girne University, like nursing, maritime, aviation, and there are also other programs that are introduced that are some people don't know, but I would advise them to research more on University of Girne on what they are offering. But basically, in the class, I had no problem with the teachers. They were very, very, very, very good on what they do. They were on point. So in each and every courses, and also on let's say, as I was doing my project, my research, my final year project, I had a lot of advice and a lot of guidance on what I was doing from the tutors, taking their time to help me, and also they were readily available. No matter, like, we were in a circumstance, in a pandemic situations, but they were able to help me. So basically, I would say they are available for students wherever they want help. So basically, I think it is a good school.
Yeah.
It is a place to be.
Yeah, I really appreciate your. I'm sure not
university.
just me, but your professors and your friends and everybody here in the University of Canada. They also appreciate your kind words,
Yeah,
and honest words for about the school and the department. So we have been doing these social media talks maybe over 2 months now, and we try to have a very diverse set of diverse lineup from the professors, from the lecturers, the deans, the administrative staff, and we also had guests from the aviation and space sciences faculty. And we did listen the faculty there from them as well. But I want to ask you, before my last question, what is aviation management? What's the topic? You know it. Your friends, maybe classmates know it, but we, as an outsider, we don't know what the department does, the graduate does. So, would you like to introduce us your profession now?
So basically, aviation management, like, it is a broad industry. It is like, it touches so many parts, like the airline part, the airport parts, like everything that is to do with flying. Like all stakeholders that take part in airports and airlines. So there are a lot of positions that you can make. Like, you can be a manager, you can work in operations, like, be it airlines or be it the airport side, and you can also be able to, like, to add more knowledge, and then you'll be able to become like an air traffic controller, And so, yeah, I
Okay,
think
that's
that's
at least I understand. So if I understand, that means everybody did understand that. So, Felix, I think we're
yeah.
almost time is up for today's chat with you. And before letting you go, and all our viewers go to carry on with their lives, the last question is, what's the future looks like? What are you planning? What are you dreaming? What are you hoping? What's the next step on your? You just turned a brand new page, white and bright and clean. What's going to be the first sentence and the following sentences
Yeah.
for you in that book of your story?
So firstly, like for now, I was trying to do courses with IATA to strengthen my degree and to add more knowledge in aviation. So basically, that is what like I'm planning is my first line. And the second line now, I'm planning to apply for a job, and also the other mind is telling me that I should start further and do masters. So basically, I'm between options.
Okay.
So I'll see what weights more and what I'll choose.
One day at a
So
time, huh? First,
basically, I would
make
say,
sure you first celebrate, you enjoy.
yeah. First
Yeah,
thing
you
is,
enjoy this time. This is an amazing time. You recently graduated, lifted all the burden from your shoulders. Enjoy for a while, then start planning future. And I'm sure you'll do great. And you did great here. All the experience and the relationships you built. I think you're ready for the next step of your life. So, for all those recently joined, this is University of Kyrenia Social Media Talks, and this week we are doing a brand new special, the graduate special, with all the graduates, representing all the graduates we had this year, which we had the graduation last week, last Friday. Today, the guest was the Faculty of Aviation and Space Sciences, Aviation Management graduate, Felix Prince Mabika. And tomorrow we don't have any broadcast, but Thursday we will be joining with Aleyna, speaking on behalf of the Turkish graduates. And so a little bit of Turkish, summarize Felix, sorry for doing this to you. Başta dediğimiz gibi bu hafta özel bir hafta bizim için. Birazcık duygusal, birazcık buruk, birazcık gururlu. Mezunlar Özel serisiyle Girne Üniversitesi Sosyal Medya Sohbetleri bu hafta devam ediyor. Bugünkü konuğumuz Havacılık ve Uzay Bilimleri Fakültesinden Havacılık Yönetimi mezunumuz, Çiçeğiburnu'ndan mezunumuz Felix Prince Mabika'ydı. Yarın değil ama Perşembe günü Aleyna Türk öğrenci mezunları vekili olarak yayınımıza katılacak. Dolayısıyla katıldığınız için çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Tüm mezunlarımıza hayırlısı olsun, yolları açık olsun diliyoruz. Felix, have a great future. As our Secretary General told in the comment section, always remember the University of Kyrenia, always remember us, because we will remember you. And you are always welcome here. You always have a home here. Have the brightest future ahead of you. Thank you for joining us today. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.